Alright, time to face down the final one. Thunderhawk. Chant of the Exalted Crusader initiated. The heroic Thunderhawk gunship of the Adeptus Astartes chapter designated Blood Angels has returned from the assault upon withheld strategic Estimir B785, requiring your complete attention. Communications confirmed that the restricted artifact H-class is on board, and the venerable Archmagos Identity D classification level X563 is on standby to assess its viability. The gunship's exterior is befouled by noxious contaminants from the redacted heretical. Extensive sanctification must occur before the vehicle is approached by the Archmagos. Data recordings taken from deployments of the assault will be relayed during your rites of cleansing. Either with the Omnimisire, the tides of war may soon be turning in our favour. Okay, so it still has an artifact in it, presumably something chaos-based. And we have to clean it first, before it's offloaded. Okay, that seems unwise. What's the achievement for this one? Complete the retro thrusters first. Okay, so where are they? What? Careful. Retro thrusters first. Retro thrusters, here we go. What's the name of that achievement? Is it something funny? Descend into the shadow, rise into light. Data recording from the battle, approaching rendezvous points. Oh, it's just the thrusters, that bit's rear armor. Need to be careful of that. Visual confirmation of Knight Paladin engaged with redacted heretical. Well, I hope that it survived. Good. There's one. There's two. Knight is bringing honor to House Hawkshroud. Good. Okay. I thought I did a pretty thorough job of cleaning that. There we go. So that's 3 on that side, is it 3 on the other? Heretical, 4 moving reserves away from protection of the artifact to engage. And then this swooped in and picked it up, I guess. Diversion complete, preparing to drop. Redemptor Dreadnought Brother Ezekiel and our battle brothers behind enemy lines. Good. Last one, question mark? So we've missed some. Okay, there's more retro thrusters apparently. We've done 6 of them. Oh, okay, they're all along. Right, okay, there's quite a few of them. Alright, that makes sense that they wouldn't just be at the back, given that what they seem to be designed to do. We've really got to make sure that we don't clean anything else as well. That's the tricky part. At least these sorts of things being like clean inks first, so if you mess it up, you can just start again really quickly. There's some in the career mode where it's like clean X thing last, and it's a case of if you accidentally clean it first, or clean something not last, you've got to start the whole thing again. Like the washroom level, for example. Okay, that's one side done, I think. Work our way around. Wonder how long this job's gonna take us, because this is a big bird. Those engines are massive. I mean, at least they're finishing off with a big job. It's not like the Tomb Raider one where the manor was probably the largest job and it was the first one you had to do. I mean, the treasure room might have been bigger, I guess. I'm not actually sure which was larger size-wise, but the treasure room at least had more variety, so it didn't feel as bad. The mana just felt very monotonous very quickly, especially when it's got to the fountain. Okay, and then this one here, I think is the only one I'm missing now. There we go. Descend into shadow, rise into lights. Complete the retro thrusters first. Perfect. Here's my scaffold. It's not as big as I thought it was going to be, interestingly. Thought it might be taller. Yeah, this doesn't get me... Oh, there's a big one over there. Okay. I was going to say, this doesn't get me up far enough up at all, but that's fine. I mean, we just run the rest of the way anyway. Oh, we can't get up there, though. Okay, I think we probably should have just used the scaffolding, but never mind. We're here now. I mean, these little bits and pieces here we probably won't be able to, so... Be able to get from up there. Vent armor. Everything's armored. When you have rocket thrusters, you don't need to worry about weight considerations very much, it seems. Even though you'd think that fuel usage would still be a problem. But never mind. Don't think they're too concerned about efficiency in this lore. Things are so big that it just feels like I'm crouching all the time. Nope, they're just huge. Turbo Laser Destructor Power Pack. Okay. Feels weird to have basically a capital ship weapon on a transport? Oh, lift attack. Oh, okay, so we can... Ooh. S4 to attack position. That's cool. I love interactive bits on these. Means I can get in and clean underneath it, I guess. Filtration systems. Why do you need a filtration system for a turbo laser? That's what I don't quite understand. I understand the need to maybe vent some energy, but what's true about filtration systems? But what do I know? Oh, there's the power pack cleaned. I would have thought rather than a power pack, you'd have a reactor. Otherwise, you're very limited in the shots you can take. Feels. So we've got the armor. And then we've got the laser itself. You know what would be a really cool crossover as well as this crossover? Having like a 40k hardspace shipbreaker crossover? Because it feels like pulling apart one of these would be fun. Like this power or turbo laser destructor armor just reminded me of the cowling of some of the engines in Shipbreaker. It's kind of very similar to the big engines that you pull apart. So that would be kind of fun. Because that's, yeah, they haven't really done anything with that game to keep interest in it. Which is fine. Like, on the one hand, I fully get and appreciate when it's a case of, okay, we've made that game, we're moving on. We're going to make another game or something. You know, that game's finished now. We're going to call it done. Whereas the PowerWash simulator and like Truck Simulator and stuff, they more do like an evolving world model where they keep adding to it. I mean, obviously in the case of Truck Simulator, they're expanding the map. In the case of this, it's a case of they're trying to keep interest in the game moving by adding more and more onto it. They just announced their roadmap, or detailed their roadmap for this coming year, and it's basically going to be like, you know, paid DLC, and then there'll be update, and then there'll be free content, and then there'll be paid DLC again, more updates, more free content, seasonal stuff. So, you know, they're doing what they can to just keep interest in the game going. And just, like, make money off the DLCs that they release. And fair due to them for that. I mean, I bought it, so... Be interesting to see what the purchase, like, numbers and stuff are, what the history's like for this versus some of the other DLC. You know, at a certain point, there's going to be some sort of diminishing returns, I'm sure, where people maybe just kind of grow tired of it, or don't want to just spend more money into the same game again. But then at the same time, I don't know, if you paid $30 or whatever it was for the main game the first time around, so long as you space them out well enough, and it's been like every, what, 6 months or something, then yeah, it's like, okay, 6 months later, oh yeah, a new update for this game that I enjoyed playing. Alright, here's another $20 or whatever. It's basically what happens with me. I never get around to playing other games because I'm just replaying games that have updates. This is a kind of awkward angle to work at things, to be honest. Maybe I should have lowered it down. It makes sense to clean the underside while it's elevated, not the top side. I mean, it doesn't really make a huge difference, but... direction I'm looking, really. But it does become a little bit of an expectation sometimes these days, where people are like, oh, so what are you doing to make me want to keep playing this game? You know, does it have replayability? But generally people just move on and play other games, I feel. I mean, it's nice to know that a game is supported in terms of some updates, especially like patches, quality of life updates and stuff over time to keep people engaged with it. Especially if it's a multiplayer game. Like if it's a game that you're expecting to play with other people, and to be fair, they do have multiplayer in this, so kind of. I guess that makes sense, I guess that tracks. It's like, I enjoyed playing this game with my friends, therefore I want to see it get new updates and stuff so that I can keep playing it with my friends. So that makes sense. I don't get much chance to play games with my friends anyway, so... I'm generally into different sorts of games. This would be far too boring for most of them, I'm fairly sure. I've been getting into... looks like I've been getting into Helldivers instead. Which does sound interesting, but it also sounds like I would get very sore hands very quickly. So, kind of just avoiding it. Don't even know if it's on Game Pass, I could give it a go, but Not sure about buying a game that I'm not going to play much individually. Yeah, if it's a game that's predominantly based around multiplayer, then there's not much point. Now this I'm just trying to clean as much as I can in here of what I can see while it's elevated. Also just had the thought that it's not just the wing itself, the underside of the wing itself that I should be cleaning while it's elevated, it's also this bottom bit that I should be cleaning while it's elevated, because I won't be able to see it very well when it's lowered again. When I'm this close, I can actually see some of the bits that I've missed. I can clean pretty much all of the mounts. So I'm not sure how much more would be exposed when it's lowered again. Maybe there's something that I can't see from when it's up like that. Main wing mounts. Do those move as well? It just seems to be the attack wings that have the raise and lower commands. Air brake. Oh, that extends out. Gotcha. That, like, yeah, pops out. That's cool. Nice touch. Why are you not clean? Because you don't, like, I can't interact with you. I can't make you pop out. Apparently I'm missing a bunch. There's not much point trying to get the back edges of that, I don't think. Well, main wing mount is actually almost finished. That's cool. There's the engine. I'm not going to try and just like flashed up lower attack wings. Not while I'm underneath it. I got stuck underneath a hatch in the Tomb Raider maze. I don't want that to happen again. We are not even at 20%. This map will take a while. I probably should have taken a longer break before I started. This might be one where I just start to do some, like, little time-lapse bits, but generally I don't think that's a good experience if I'm doing that while jumping around and looking lots of different ways. That's more just when I'm doing a single, like, long surface. When I come to do the exterior, I'll probably just stand on the scaffold or something and just zoom along and just shoot away at the exterior, at the main fuselage. that will probably be one for speeding up. Interesting they didn't ask me to clean this before the mission. But it is nice that, I mean, when I finally get to 20%, that you get a little bit of resolution in some ways. So it tells you how things went. Ding! Yay, finally a ding. I feel it's been so long between dings. Get what we can from the above on here. Lots of little angles with this stuff. Could you just make it flat, please? Could this like cabling and stuff be on, or piping be on the inside, like underneath a cowling or something? Surely it's just unnecessary friction. No. Speaking of, it would have been useful to stop me slipping. It's alright, we can just do this while we're here. Why not? Probably a better angle at a lot of the stuff anyway, because we get to see both sides of some of these bits. Then we'll need to do quite a lot of detail from below. That's the thing with this map, I feel. It's not just big. It's big and detailed. So it's huge and it'll take a long time to do each bit. It's not just big and monotonous like some of them, like, you know, the temple exterior, for example. Palace, rather, exterior. It's big and it's got detailed bits that just take a while to get through. So that's just going to extend it out even more. Just as well I've got plenty of time in my hands today. I mean, there's nothing that says that I have to binge it all and finish it all in one sitting. I could take it slowly and come back to this another day. I probably should take it slowly and come back another day. But we might want to play something else another day. Okay. Here's the clamp for the attack wing. Almost at 20%, we can get our next little plot exposition at least. Okay, what am I missing on this? Attack wing clamp here. What am I missing? Is it just really filthy somewhere that I just have been going too quickly over? That's entirely probable. Oh, there we go. It's just the inside angle on one of the uprights. Okay, back to up to 20%, and we've got Battle of blah 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 withheld. Cool. Still not telling me where you are. You just didn't want to make up a planet name, I get it. Battle Brothers engagement confirmed. Oh, congratulations. When's the ceremony? Maybe a grim future, but at least it's an enlightened one. Enemy position breached. Redeemed to Dreadport Brother Ezekiel. Advancement confirmed. Excellent. Well done. Good job. Acquisition of restricted artifact complete. Yeah, we know that we were told that it's on board this very craft that we're cleaning. I'm surprised we haven't got, like, chaotic whispers or something happening to us while we're cleaning. That would be kind of a nice touch. Ezekiel proceeding to extraction points. And that'll be it for the next 20%, which will take me a long time to get to, so, you know, don't wait too much on the edge of your seats, because it'll take a while. We can't even get this scaffold down there, can we? Maybe we can, because I'm going to need that to do the edge of the wing. Alright, so main wing top looks pretty much done. I'm not going to really know until later, but we can now lower this down again. And get more natural angle to clean the cannon and stuff. Without it being high up in the air. Done the underside. So hopefully we can now start to get all the dings on this. Maybe not. Maybe we've not been as thorough as we need it to be. There's still quite a bit underneath that we didn't actually get. Because it was the wrong angle for us to get. So it has the clamp, but it doesn't actually meet up. Okay. Why is the laser cannon not complete? It's weird. Because I don't see anything really on it that's still unclean, but I don't know, whatever. Random bit at the front, maybe. What can I stand on? There we go. Just don't want to fall down onto the floor again. No, it's not the tip. Who knows? It's going to be annoying though, the fact that it's just so close to being done. And then more of the wing mount, attack wing mount, is now exposed because it's now in its lower position. Again, did they have to have so many little gaps and stuff in this design? Couldn't it just be one big smooth surface? Like, wouldn't you want to house this in something to reduce friction or something? I don't know, it just seems a very inelegant design. I guess if it's meant to travel, well, if it was to travel solely in space, then fine. You don't need to worry about friction and everything. But this was doing like a terrestrial airdrop and pickup, so clearly it's meant to be atmospheric as well. And there you do care about friction, or should be caring about friction and aerodynamics and everything. Yeah, it's jet powered or whatever, but still. Okay. There's just so many little angles that we need to get. There's the power pack done. Is this the bits that I'm missing on the cannon itself? Is there some bits up here that I'm missing? A little bit of a tab just to see. Yeah, there we go. Got the cannon. Good. Now, what's missing on the wing? Well, okay, the bit that was folded. That makes perfect sense. There we go. There's the wing. And then the mounts. We're still missing something. Oh, we haven't done the back. Oh, we don't really have a good angle to do a lot of this. We can't... Oh, we can stand on this bit of the air brake, maybe? That looks to be standable. There we go. Perfect. There's the hinge as well as the mount and stuff. There we go. So that's the hinge. Still not the mount. Did we miss something on this side too? Oh. Yes. Very much so. Helps if you do a good enough job on the rest of things. I need to stop getting bogged down on just cleaning things up close and personal that I could just use the scaffold for. So we got the mount, and there's the hinge. Good. Okay. And then it's fuselage armor. The main wing we're going to have to do the whole underside of anyway, so that's fine. Fuselage armor... Oh, is actually in pieces. Okay. Because that bit is a different bit to this. Yeah, there we go. Alright. And then there's rear armor, and there's the air brake and everything. Okay. And we're only at 23%. Boy. And we've got the other wing to do. Well, we've done one, so that's a good start. Yeah. Just trying to think what to do next. How is the best way of attacking this? I mean, probably just literally what I did on the other side, but in mirror. I think you just keep going the same way. Is this turbo laser armor that we can maybe finish off here? This is very appropriate sounding music. It's from the Hollows and Cloudpunk. Great game. Meant to speedrun it. Never did. That's in the maybe one day basket. Oh good. Ding ding. Now we're going to need to go on the tall scaffold to jump on top of the stabilizer, I'm fairly sure. So, yeah, it's kind of a case of I don't think it's worth this being elevated at the moment, is it? I think we cleaned the top with it down. We were too premature putting it up. I think we were just a bit too eager. We saw that it could go up and therefore wanted it to. But I think the top side of it, we're better off cleaning with it down, surely. I think we just get a bit of a better angle on things. And then we can kind of turn around and do the inside of the mount as well. Get the obvious stuff first, right? And then worry about the stuff that's obscured. A lot of this we can probably do with just the green as well. We only needed to stick with the yellow for one particular map. The rest, we can use others if we don't feel we need the power of the yellow. Doesn't make a huge difference, but maybe a little bit. Might go a little bit quicker. Let's see if we can clean off like so this hinge. Engine. Yep, there we go. Get what we can of the mount done. So I have a feeling that there's nothing that we can't clean of the mount with it lowered. But with it elevated, there was stuff that we couldn't see. guess maybe there's the bottom edge of that we can't see so well with it lower, but then surely it's obscured when it's raised as well. I don't know. Not sure about that one. Because there's a bit in there that I can't stand up to clean while I'm underneath it. Just make sure that I'm standing on something and not just going to fall off. Okay, then the other hinge. So yeah, the mount is pretty well done. Not too much that we're missing. So it's probably just like when this is up, we can see down this gap more easily, which we can't as comprehensively at the moment. Okay. Do the leading edge of this now. What we can, at least. And then, yeah, we just want to stand on top to do a lot of it as well. Okay, we go yellow in order to get a bit more distance on stuff like this. We can put the extension on too if we want. Alright, let's climb up. Can it go up while I'm standing on it? Probably not, eh? No, that's kind of fair enough. Whee! So, this is the bit that I couldn't see or reach otherwise. For the mount. Still not quite done, annoyingly. So I'm not quite sure what I'm missing on the attack wing mount now, because it looks mighty done to me. That's annoying. Anyway, we can do the main wing mount and stuff, and we'll look up and do the rest of the attack wing at least. Is it because I'm using the green and I need to use the yellow? Am I not cleaning it quite well enough? Is that the problem? So here's the main wing mount. Not quite sure what I'm missing on it. Some little corners and stuff. Oh, I haven't done this side of these bits very well. That doesn't help. Ah, so close. I thought that was it. I really did. I thought that was going to be it. Oh, there we go. That's the main wing mount done. What are we missing on the attack wing mount then? Is there something from up here that we can now see that we couldn't? I don't think so. I don't think it makes any difference whatsoever. Ah, We didn't do this bit very well. Apparently still not enough to matter, but there was definitely a lot of dirt on the top there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, fair enough. Cool. That seemed quicker than last time. So the laser cannon's still not done, but at least the wing is, so that's good. Make sure that I do the inner bits of this. Try and get the clamp done. Clamp that isn't really a clamp. There we go, good. Perfect. Okay, now this engine, so many bits. So many bits and pieces. Engine vent. Don't even know if I got that on the other side or not, or if it still needs some attention. Because I need to do the vent uprights from both sides, really. There we go. Just get that one done. I guess it. On the one hand, at least all of the different pipes and cables and stuff are not separate bits, but the flip side is I'd love to have the dings from them, so, you know, always conflicted about that. It's like, at least then I'd know they were done. What even am I going to end up doing on the scaffold? I mean, I know I need to go up the scaffold to get on top of the stabilizer, but actually shooting from the scaffold, I'm not sure there's going to be much left to do. I'm doing it all from on top. I do generally prefer to be up close, so I can more see what I'm doing. Otherwise it just feels a little bit too abstracted, can't really target things very well. Okay. Move back to the exhaust area. It definitely is a little bit exhausting, I'll give it that. A lot I have to concentrate on. Salt deposit seems kind of a weird thing to have on this. What were you doing with this thing? Salt deposits in the air? Alright. Okay. Do the air brake. All the stuff here from the rear armor. I guess this is some of the stuff that I could be doing from the scaffolding. But then you get to these vent bits and I feel that I wouldn't do them from the scaffold very well. I feel I'm much better off doing those up close and personal. Other engine. Oh. Oh, it has one big central engine as well. Yeah, okay. Again, would be fun to dismantle this in Shipbreaker. I guess they have some cool designs without actually having licensing and stuff to have to worry about. There's going to be so many of these little panel edges that I haven't done properly that's going to scupper me when I come to try and complete this bit off. I just know it. I just have to put the scaffolding right behind the exhaust too, I think. Okay, yes, that's the scaffold I need to jump up on. Maybe we just see what sort of perspective we can get from that while we're at it. Ah, I was going to do the top of the main wing first. Let's do that. Let's just settle in for a little bit of this. Okay, I was really hoping that we'd have hit 40% while doing all of that. So we get our next little plot snippet update thing, but never mind. No such luck. I really wish the wing upper was separate to like the wing lower main wing, upper main wing, just because that way I'd know that it was done and I wouldn't have to think about whether I have to come back here. There we go, there's the 40%. Battle of blah blah blah. Yes, yes, we know that there's redactions. We're still not allowed to know what it's called. Kind of annoying. If you play that through the second time around with it, there's less redacted. That would be a fun thing. Extractor point almost secured. Preparing for retrieval. Boing. Let's get up on top of this air brake bit. Just gonna have to do the underside, I guess. The redacted heretical flee before the might of Brother Ezekiel. Good for him. Wait, they're not fleeing, they are parting. Oh. Oh. What's happening, I wonder? Moses, is that you? New target observed emerging from the ground. Oh, is that where the salt deposits came from? Is it a sandworm? Is this like a Dune 40k crossover? By the Emperor, a redacted heretical. Can you not just give me the names of things? They take need to know to quite a ludicrous extent, it seems. Well, they obviously managed to get away still, because they said that they had the artifact on board, so... I wonder how much lore discussion and speculation there might be in forums about what it is that they're describing. I'm sure there's some hardcore 40k fans who would be able to pick out, oh, they're probably meaning such and such a thing. And inevitably some arguments from people who disagree. kind of want to finish cleaning one of these exhausts just so I know that it's done. Because there's so many little bits and pieces on them. I know they're going to be a pain. And then there's all of these armament bits on the underside of the main wings as well. They're going to be a pain too. So I want to know how forgiving it might be. Because I can see there's still lots of bits that I haven't completed on the exhausts. Ah, so it's fairly generous then, considering the amount of bits that I knew I still needed to do. So that's something. There's the vent. It's kind of like a massive X-wing, isn't it? Why are there candles right here? I wanted to stand there. Whatever. There we go. I can get it as close as that. It is a shame that you can't see like yourself in third person to admire the character model unless you're playing in multiplayer. Okay, now we can get up here quite easily. Nice. Okay. Now we just want to go down to like this level, I guess, to clean off this bit. And clean the rudder. Probably need at least a short extension on this. May as well just do the long, just to make sure. Okay, that's this side, hopefully done. Probably not comprehensively enough, but... this rear armor still isn't done either. Ignores the air brake, for that matter. Oh, I don't think I've looked up. Rear armor belt, interesting. It's going to be in the way. Okay, let's move that there, move you. Kind of just out of the way, to be honest. Are you useful? You're not really tall enough to be useful. I guess you can just go like here or something. We've got a ton of ladders as well that we can use. I guess you're kind of meant to do this multiplayer. This one's designed to play with your friends. If you have the expansion, or if you have the DLC, then you can get friends of yours, even if they don't, I believe, to join in. And this is definitely one that would go faster with, I don't know, 6 players. Then you'd each be able to, like, someone takes a scaffold, someone takes the big scaffold, someone else takes one of the ladders, there's a couple extra ladders, someone else just roams around on top and does the wings and stuff. It would definitely go much quicker. I feel we did a better job on the other side than we've done on this side as well. I don't think I can put the... I probably can put the scaffold down on that floor. But I might not need to, so it was fairly generous on the side exhaust, so... I've got quite a lot of bits still to clean. And it's already pretty low on the bar, so that's all good. And yeah, underside of the armor and the air brake, maybe? Possibly? No, we kind of have done the underside, actually. I didn't think I had, but I kind of have. So I'm not sure what's still needing to be done on either of those bits. It's kind of annoying. Do the side of the vent at least. I'll have to do the rest from the other side, that's fine. Okay, I'm not sure what its problem is with this central engine exhaust and stuff now. And the vent, I feel, should have been pretty much done? What's... Oh, is it... No, it doesn't have a bit on the other side. I'm confused. Yeah, apparently we've just done a terrible job of that this time around. Yeah, what's up with this vent not being clean yet? Does it need to use the yellow? Okay, it needed the yellow. It's too grimy for the green. Okay, we were going to move this around anyway, so let's see. Can we plant it down here? We can. And we just go up to this area. Oh, and that just gets us a pretty good view. Now what? Still not enough, apparently. Well, we've cleaned the rear of it. Okay, well. If, that's the one. Nope, we had it around the right way in the first place. Thonk. Okay, up we come. So what am I missing on these bits here? Just little bits here and there, I suspect. And also, once again, I was using the green before. Probably need to use the yellow. How's the belt done? Oh, we haven't even done the vents and stuff on this side. Jesus. Got way behind on this side compared to the other side. Alright, well, first things first. Seems this wasn't as forgiving as I'd hoped. There we go. And then rear armor, both the bottom bit, and it is split, and the top bit still need to be done. Okay, that's that. The air brake still needs to be done. There we go, good. Just kind of wanting to move on after finishing things if we can. Ah, I was going to use the scaffold for some of this stuff. Never mind. I guess it doesn't matter. That aileron well is something I'm going to need to get a better angle on. Bugger. Well, we'll do the stabilizer and then come back, I guess. Yeah, the main wing tip, we're going to have to, like, put the scaffold down there. No, we're just getting super distracted by everything else. Never mind. What's that? It's just part of the main wing, apparently, but it's just got like a blue bit. That's weird. I would have thought that would have been another light to clean. Apparently not. Alright, this rear armor still has a lot? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does. Quite rightfully too. Okay, now I don't know what it's complaining about, but it did have a point. It did have a good case. That case is no longer there, but it still doesn't want to give it to me. This isn't the same thing. This is the rear landing well frame. Okay. Big landing gear. Rear armor, still not done. What am I missing? So I don't really want to leave and come back from this. There we go. Just because I'll only just have to chase it down later anyway at the end. And then it's going to be more annoying that I have it left over. So I may as well finish it. Things like that. As soon as I know that they're a problem. Central engine is very large. I'm just going to crawl along underneath here. Another vent. Let's take it reasonably slowly on these to make sure that I clean them properly. I won't have to come back again. Okay, that was actually quite generous, turns out. Probably because it's in a tricky position, being underneath. It's like, okay, yeah, this is gonna be hard. I don't seem to care about some, though. Some of them are like, yep, so what? Go screw yourself. Yeah, it's hard, get over it. Just do it. Like some of those angles on the Paladin. This would be so much easier if there was like, there's this little pit up here for underneath this bit, but that's not useful underneath here, really. I mean, it kind of is, but not as useful as it would be if there was a pit right here. We're 50% done though, so hey, halfway there. Living on something of a prayer. I'm also hungry. It is lunchtime. Today's going to be another day of having a late lunch, I feel. I need to stop doing this to myself. Maybe we just come back and do this, the rest of this another session, I feel. That might be wise. Oh, 51%, there we go, we're already ticked up beyond the 50%. Oh well, I guess I can't stop now. I mean, this could be a 3-parter, let alone just 2-parters. But I feel that, as is often the case, yeah, we're on the second 50%, but the second 50 is probably going to take me longer than the first 50, I think. Just because of what it entails. So yeah, honestly, I'm just going to stop here. And we will pick this up another time. I'm going to, yeah, split this one in two. I mean, we haven't even done half, I feel. I've done, like, yeah, it's 50%, but I don't know, I've done the back half of some of the wings. This still seems like there's a lot to go on this. So we'll see how long this takes. But for now, we're going to take a break.